Hey everyone, how y'all doing? It's kind of been a while. We haven't had much going on for League of Legends. We started the climb, I think 17 weeks ago, and that's been a blast. If you don't know what that is, please message me and I can tell you all about it. But the easiest way to explain it is in houses every single Tuesday. We also have our Valorant version of that coming up. We're naming that the Ropes. So if you're one of those players who plays Valorant and League of Legends, the Ropes will be on Thursdays. And that's starting March 2nd, I believe. If that's wrong, my editor will correct that. But yeah, we're here today. So first of all, I want to kind of explain what this is. I'm really trying to step up production for League of Legends, for all of our disciplines, but specifically for League of Legends. So this is kind of like my first effort in doing that. We have a lot going on at the arcade, some really big tournaments planned for all sorts of different disciplines, and even a really large CSGO tournament, a game I have not ran before. So I'm pretty stoked for that. But pay attention to EGL and all of our socials for any upcoming information on that. Today, in big news, we are going to be talking about the Mortal Reminder series. So these are our weekend tournaments. They are anywhere from 1 to 2 days on Saturdays and Sundays. And they are a really chill tournament, low entry cost and low time commitment. So this coming Saturday is our first one, and we have 4 teams for it. We can go up to 8 teams. This is the first one. I kind of wanted to take it kind of chill and just do 4 teams so I could make sure it's run well. So with that, I want to go through each of the teams that are competing this week and kind of give some thoughts on the bracket and what things are going to look like. In the future, I want to do considerably more lead on production with these tournaments. The idea is that we start building up storylines for players that are continuing to play in the circuit. Many of these players, most of you will know, but I really want to start fleshing us as a community out, for people who have only heard, whispers of who X is and who Y is. Like, I think it'd be really cool if we start kind of creating almost like mini docu-series kind of things on players. So I want to test that out and see what the reception is about that. All right, without further ado, let's talk about the 4 teams that will be competing in the first Mortal Reminders tournament. The first team is going to be Nice Gaming. There are a lot of players on here that everyone's familiar with and a new face. I'm going to go through each of these players. You will see me glance over to the screen that's beside the camera. All right, so we're going to start off with NG here. So I'm Gabe, who is the player officer of our circuit. Thank you, Gabe. He helps me out a lot, and he is fielding an NG team. So NG is Nice Gaming, which was previously Silence Right Clicker, for any of you who played in Season 2 and Season 3. I'm Gabe, is going to be the support for NG, and he's been playing for a while. I remember his Alistair, very, very strong back in Season 2 and Season 3. Gabe can kind of play every role, but I think he's most comfortable in the support position, so that's where we're going to find him this tournament. Adam 987. This is a new player hailing from the where is he from? Appleton-ish area, somewhere over there. Adam has been a great addition to the circuit, very active in the Discords and very active in the climb. Fantastic AD carry. We have a kind of a crazy AD carry pool, and Adam is right up there with the best of them. So no Kabas this tournament, but I think Adam will live up to Kabas's reputation and will fit in very, very well into Nice Gaming here. The new player that I think is making their debut on to the EGL stage here is Killerbug. So I recently got solo killed by Killerbug, and I completely underestimated this player. I was told Killerbug does not play a lot of ranked and doesn't really have a motivation to climb. So I think this tournament might spark some of that motivation. Made some really good mechanical plays, and like I said, I completely disrespected him, and I got solo killed. I was not expecting the resistance he put up in lane. And he's playing mid for Nice Gaming, and this is going to be a trial for him as we will get into some of the other strong laners moving up the seeds here. So in the jungle, we have Zach's Blobs, and man, Zach is in a really, really healthy spot that everyone enjoys right now in the meta. Absolutely not. This champion needs to be permabanned, and his name will automatically remind the team to ban it. He also plays other champions very well, like Vi, J4, and I've even seen a Rammus game here and there. So, yeah, I think Zax Blobs, he hasn't been very, very active in the last few seasons of the circuit. However, he has been starting to play in the climb, and I am reminded that, yeah, this guy is a pretty good jungler. So, and rounding it out, we have Timeless. Insert, oh my gosh, the raid boss, Timeless! That Cho'Gath play, I think that was in Season 3, was one. I think that's our #1 most viewed clip on Twitch. Absolutely monster of a play. Really, really fun. Really, really funny guy. Excited to see him play. Always super good. Like, I don't know if I have this guy like a little too underrated. But yeah, he's really, really good. So I'm pretty excited to see him coming in. And yeah. Now, why do I have NG as 4th seed? Well, I have structured the bracket based on the players' points rating that we use. And I also think that, unfortunately, as up and coming as I feel Killer Bug can be, definitely going to be the weak part of the team. And we have some pretty strong mid laners playing in this tournament, and I think he is going to be abused. But maybe he has some strategies, and maybe the team can work around Killer Bug to kind of figure out how they're going to pull out these wins. So, yeah, so with 4th seed, that goes to Nice Gaming. All right, and 3rd seed, we have Edge Gamers Lounge. So typically I always name the team that I'm representing EGL, even though this is not an official EGL team. One of these days we will get an official Edge team for League, but I digress. Yeah, and we're going to start off here with Blue Echo. So on EGL, there are 3 players that I believe have 0 experience in circuit play. But Blue Echo is someone that joined in from the climb. And they were brought in by Adam, I believe. And yeah, this player has been fantastic to play with. Really good vibes, really good communication. Also a pretty strong player. I believe I've rated him at 55 points. So I think he plays AD carry and support, but has definitely elected to play support almost every single time. And he reminds me of IPT Norax, always playing really aggressive battle mages in the support role. So the guy's out for blood, and yeah, I'm looking forward to playing with him. Next up is me, the one and only. I'm playing AD carry. I have been focusing on AD carry a lot in the past few months. I've been ranking up an alternate. I'm currently sitting at a 64% win rate. You know, it's going pretty well. I peaked the highest I ever peaked last season, and yeah, I think I'm playing pretty well. I'm definitely not a top tier AD carry, but I feel like I do have pop-off potential in team fights. So pretty excited for that, and really excited for the junglers to camp my lane, because all I know how to do is push. In the mid lane, a longtime friend of mine and a longtime teammate of mine, we have Cryptic. Cryptic plays a little bit of everything. Really known for off-meta picks, especially if he's not in his home lane of mid lane. We see stuff out of him like Lilia top and Senna top, and it's really annoying to play against. But yeah, Cryptic's coming back to mid. I can expect a very supportive style. I've seen a lot of Karma mid coming out from him, and so I'm just really excited to play with Cryptic again. Before I was even at EGL, Cryptic was on my team, and we were playing in LANs, and always enjoyed playing with him. So really excited to be reunited again. And another new player, Rippy Dips. So this is a friend of Blue Echo, and he is also has really good communication and really chill vibes. I should just rebrand our team to Chill Vibes, or maybe Nice Gaming. Rippy Dips, really excited to play with this guy. It's his first time in any of our circuits or anything like that, so excited to see what he can do. I know his champ pool is a little limited, and it will be interesting to see if he takes bans. Jungle is in a really strong state right now, so I fully expect it. So we'll see what he can pull out of his pool. And on the top, we have Let's Cook, super competitive player, and I have seen him go around asking other top laners their opinion on the meta, even top laners who are only a little higher in elo than him. He seems to want to get any advantage and want to listen to advice and wants to improve. And I really, really like that about Let's Cook. Wanted to pick him up. I think this is an awesome team and that he'll fit right into it. So it'll be interesting to see how he does against some of the other top laners, because we have really, really strong top laners in this first Mortal Reminder. So, second seed. However, I want to preface this with the fact that I think second and first seed are basically neck and neck in strength. However, first seed just etched them out for in points to take first seed. So we have Fire Nation, and Fire Nation is the only other team besides RSH to ever win an EGL circuit. So yeah, that's kind of cool. It's good to see them back. They won Season 4 and Season 1. So we have a lot of big names returning and a really, 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 really probably the most exciting player. So Burn Victim is coming back and is playing support, I believe. Technically, no one is truly locked into their roles here. I'm just making the assumption on what everyone's playing. But I'm assuming Burn Victim is going to be playing support. He has hit Masters playing support and plays a really good Bard, Nautilus, Thresh, and really likes the hook champs from my memory. I don't know if he's pivoted his pool, but yeah, the hook champs and roaming champs seem to be something that Burn Victim is very good at, and he's going to be a menace in the bot lane. Next up, we have Firosium, and when his fire alarm isn't beeping, this guy is an absolute menace to society. I believe Fyro also hit Masters on AD carry, but I might be confusing all the other players on this team who have hit Masters. Fyro has been an AD carry player for a long time. Unfortunately, he made his debut in the circuit in top lane and faced some of the best top lane talent we have in the circuit. And yeah, kind of got an unfair memory built around him that, yeah, he couldn't cut in top lane. But that's because he was an AD carry player stuck in top lane. So anyways, looking forward to him doing well on Fire Nation there, and I think he will play just fine. All right, the reason I think Burn Victim is playing support is because Mega Man Zero from Party to Challenger has been recruited to play mid lane in this Mortal Reminder. I am super stoked to watch Mega Man Zero. I even sent him a PM. I'm like, dude, I can't wait to see how well you do. Mega Man Zero has always been the standout on his team and has always been, in my opinion, a top 2 mid laner in the circuit. Even though he doesn't hit the really high rank as some of the other mid laners, the champ pool that this guy has is control mages all the way, with a couple of assassins in there. Playing against him is honestly probably, I've been playing against Mega Man Zero for over 5 years, and it is awful. Like, trying to push this guy out of lane or ever trying to roam on him, I feel like I just lose instantly. So really excited to see how well he's going to do kind of on a super team. Yeah, just really looking forward to him. BU Midnight. Midnight is absolutely insane mechanically. The second best jungler I think I've ever seen in the circuit behind Zutter. Midnight is absolutely nuts, and I've seen, I mean, everyone bans Zutter's Graves, but I'll just say it, dude, Midnight's is better. This guy's mechanics are absolutely crazy. He's played some really, 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 really strong games that he just looked like the best player on the team. So I'm really excited to see Midnight back in action, and I definitely think FN are going to play through their jungler. And last but not least, we have Unlimited Ninja. Probably the second most aggressive carry top laner behind Kino, and consistently a really, really strong player. He wants to carry. I do not ever see Ninja playing tanks. I know he can play them, but that's not what he chooses to play. You know, he wants to play Aatrox. He wants to play Yasuo. He wants to play Gwen. He wants to be in your face, getting kills, and carrying the team. And I expect him to try to do that. And yeah, really, really strong player, super solid, and excited to see him play. All right, and for our number 1 seed, we have Tempo Rush. And this team has won all 3 money seasons of the EGL circuit. I believe, you know, Tempo Rush has, I think they have like $5,000 from EGL. They've received in prize payout. So, super strong team. Historically very dominant. This mortal reminder, Zutter was not eligible to play because of the ELO restrictions. We're not allowing players above 65 points, and Zutter is high challenger, so unfortunately he was excluded. But they picked up Insurance, which is a first on RSH. Insurance is a really good player, has played on other teams. So yeah, let's kind of go through the roster here. First we have Peanut. And Peanut has been playing the game for a very long time, but he's been on a Valorant hiatus. Also, his AD carry, Senguri, has also been on a Valorant hiatus. I have no idea how the RSH bot lane is going to be doing, because frankly, I have not seen them play any League of Legends recently. I think they're still going to be good, and I'm sure they play at least once a week, hopefully. But yeah, I'm a little worried about RSH's bot lane coming into this tournament. They historically have been a good bot lane, but not the best bot lane. And now, with them playing a lot of Valorant recently, I think this is something that the teams can exploit. So we will see. Next up mid lane, we have Insurance. Insurance has played on a lot of different teams, I believe. He was on GG, and he was also on Fire Nation. Insurance is a 5-trick pony. He can basically play every single lane at minimum a diamond level. I think he's most comfortable in mid and support, but literally can play every single lane at a pretty good level. So I'm excited to see Tempo Rush with Insurance. I know that Lost Your Shopkeeper picked him for a reason, and that's because his champion pool is basically infinite. So yeah, Insurance will be really, really good for Tempo Rush here. Speaking of Shopkeeper, he is in the jungle this tournament, which is not his normal habitat. Normally you can find Shopkeeper playing Soraka mid, or Ornn mid, or Malphite mid. But no, I think he's going to be in the jungle, and he's going to get Karthus banned against him every single game. So yeah, Shopkeeper's jungle playstyle is essentially ignore the enemy team and win. So yeah, we will see how that goes. I think Shopkeeper would do just fine in the jungle here. I think the only other jungler here that's probably better than him is Midnight. But yeah, I think Shopkeeper is going to do just fine. He has his style, and love it or hate it, it has results. He has the most points in the climb, and he knows his draft. So yeah. And last but not least, we have the most explosive player, dare I say the most explosive player in the entire circuit, Kino. I think if Zutter wasn't in the skill level and spot he was in, I think Kino would arguably probably be the MVP of the circuit. He absolutely can carry games, and he will kill any top laner repeatedly. Absolutely just slays the top lane. It's top lane kingdom for Kino. I think that is going to be RSH's strong point this series. He's been playing a lot of the climb. He's not rusty, unlike I think the bot lane, which again we will see. But he is on point. He's playing extremely well. I think he just hit Masters for the first time, maybe, or first time recently, because he hasn't been grinding ranked that hard. But I mean, this player is a Masters, mid-Masters tier level. I mean, he's so good. And I'm really excited to see how he will perform on Saturday. All right, so yeah, that was my little mini kind of like mock-up of the teams. Again, I have more grandiose aspirations for like what these teams will look like. I really want to do a lot of visual aids, and I kind of want to go in with like a player spotlight each week, but hopefully all that's coming in the future. And yeah, I'm just really excited to play in the tournament. This will probably be one of the few that I'm actually going to be playing in. Most of the time I will be setting it out so I can run it on the day. I like to be there to firefight. So another reason why I capped it at 4 teams. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Pay attention to the requirements. We have lessened the amount of restrictions. However, some of these are going to be ultra restricted and major restricted. So just check on the dates. Everything's in the Discord. And of course, if you have any questions, just message me. And yeah, see you guys on Saturday. Thanks.